Good morning, Eagle Nation. It is 8:01 a.m. Office Standard Time. Wherever you may be, please stop. Please stand and let us together say this morning's Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please check to ensure that you are dressed for success today. It's Wednesday. If we made it this far, we can make it to the other end. That was La Última Vez by Carrie Rodriguez. It was a song suggested by Ms. Duguay and a list of songs that staff offered up for things they were introduced to during this pandemic, or songs that were new to them. So I encourage you also to think about maybe what songs that are new to you and to always keep learning. Keeps life interesting. Today, on this Wordplay Wednesday, decided to introduce this concept to you that some of you will be familiar with, and for others it might be new. Have you ever heard of something called a palindrome? Palindrome. How about for you teachers out there? Do you remember what a palindrome is? Well, a palindrome is a word that reads the same forwards and backwards. Some common examples you'll probably recognize right away. For example, mom. Mom is the same forward, M-O-M, as it is backward. Interestingly enough, so is the word dad, D-A-D. And further still, the word radar, R-A-D-A-R, when spelled backwards, is still R-A-D-A-R. So is the word kayak, K-A-Y-A-K. Backwards is still K-A-Y-A-K. So whether you're studying multisyllabic routine word cards, or you're introduced newly to 95% group and walk to read, words only get more interesting the more you study them. In fact, there are some palindromes that go even longer. Have you ever heard of something called a taco cat? It's the same forward as it is backward. Or not just a phrase, from a word to a phrase, and then from phrases you can even make short sentences, such as, my dad, who's always looking for a great bargain, he's a nut for a jar of tuna. Work that out. It's the same forward as it is backwards. Or, for those of you who really want to push the limits, sometimes you can get beyond a word to a phrase, from a phrase to a sentence, and from a sentence to a collection of sentences where if you were to ignore the punctuation, capitalization, and just look at the order of the letters, both forward and backwards, you could get something as long as this. Are we not pure? No, sir. Panama's Moody Noriega brags. It is garbage. Irony dooms a man, a prisoner up to new era. Anyway, thought you might enjoy that. If you want to take the time to spell that sucker out, do it forwards, do it backwards. You'll find the letters are in the exact same order in both directions. And that is a palindrome. Hope you enjoyed this Wordplay Wednesday. We have some words of wisdom for you today so that you can get to the business of teaching and learning. Today is on the topic of tolerance. And I would hope that we would move beyond tolerance to acceptance, and from acceptance maybe to celebration of differences. Way back in the 1950s, basketball shoes all looked pretty much alike. Although they did come in three colors: black, white, and red. Today, we have dozens of athletic shoes to choose from. Some for tennis, some for running, some just for walking, and that's a good thing. It means the shoe companies understood that their customers, not just their shoes, come in many different colors, shapes, and sizes. Have you ever heard this old English proverb? Variety is the spice of life. Variety means having a selection of different things. Variety makes life much more interesting. Today, be aware of just how different and special each one of us is, and then notice how much more wonderful that makes our world. With something to think about, this is Mr. Lodado. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.